definitely think it's one that will challenge you and push you to grow to new professional heights, but definitely a fun and rewarding one as well. Great. So last bit that I'm gonna talk about here before passing it over to Abby, just wanted to advertise as well that we do have a number of opportunities for employees to get involved at Alpha Sites, including events like Lunch and Learn, speaker events, and roundtables with our leaders that give us more of that access and exposure to their leadership roles and ultimately giving us career coaching into those possible avenues for ourselves. And then employee resource groups are a big part of our culture at Alpha Sites as well, because they help raise awareness and share knowledge around issues like sustainability, philanthropy, DEI in the workplace, mental health and well-being, as well as other topics as well. And then we also have our Knowledge for Good initiatives, where we partner with nonprofits, social enterprises, and impact investors to deliver our core services at a discounted or pro bono rate. So that is an opportunity you have to get involved with as a more experienced associate as well. And with that, I will pass it over to you, Abby.
Awesome. Thanks, Maddie, and for kind of walking through an overview of Alpha Sites. And now I'm going to hop into a little bit more specific about our actual client service associate program and what you can expect from that as well. So just to kind of highlight and put it on the screen here as well in terms of kind of what the day-to-day looks like. When you think about that, every day can really be different. So this slide kind of outlines what a typical day may look like. So during the day, you'll have 3 syncs with your team to chat through projects, assess progress, discuss any questions you may have. And some days might be a little bit more research heavy, while other days might be consumed with more getting on the phone and interacting with experts as well. So you can kind of see what the day-to-day might look like in terms of kind of spreading that out and different projects you can be working on depending on kind of what your load is for that day as well. So to kind of just start off by chatting through some reasons for joining Alpha Sites, we typically frame it around 3 kind of areas. So we're going to talk about each of these specifically in the next few slides, but wanted to give kind of just an overview of each. So the first is to really make an impact. So you will personally help professionals at the world's leading investment funds, consultancies, and Fortune 500 companies make better decisions by actually being the ones to connect them with expert knowledge to help them with their business decisions as well. Next, we like to highlight learning, mastering, and thriving. So really embedded in a fast-paced client service team and supported by our structured training program. The opportunities for you to learn, master valuable skills, and really accelerate your career are up to you for the taking. And finally, we want you to set your sights high. So demanding clients and smart and driven peers will really push your boundaries and unlock your full potential within your time with us as well. So as I kind of mentioned in that last slide, associates really make an impact from day one. So client service is at the really core of what we do, and our associates are actually the ones that are going to be driving revenue by being the link between our clients and then the expert knowledge that they need. What sets us apart from more traditional professional services firms like management consultancies is that it's actually our associates and not senior management who are the ones who are interacting with these clients and specifically driving that revenue as well. Really a fast-paced, client-driven service organization committed to putting our clients first and striving for client success. And the way we kind of think about it is that when our clients succeed, the firm succeeds, which then ultimately allows us to help you and our employees succeed as well. So to kind of just touch upon the learning portion in Learn, Master, and Thrive, we definitely invest massively in our employees' professional development and really offer unrivaled digital and classroom-style courses that can help you be equipped with the knowledge and skills required to set you up for success in your role and really long-term career. So we do really offer that high-performance, highly supportive environment as well. And throughout your Alpha Sites journey, you'll actually be supported by our in-house professional development team that's really dedicated to helping employees excel in their time at Alpha Sites and also beyond. So this team supports all employees throughout their talent lifecycle from onboarding to talent development as well. So kind of think about it in terms of what's on the screen. So first and foremost, your development starts with New Joiner Academy, which is really a crash course on everything Alpha Sites that happens in your first couple of weeks here. So you'll learn more about the clients we work with and really our business model and get kind of more information about that. After New Joiner Academy, you'll actually be paired with a trainer, and that'll be your dedicated mentor responsible for you getting up to speed in the role as you begin to work on projects. They're most likely going to be somebody that's sitting at the desk right next to you, so able to be able to turn next to them and ask any questions that might come up kind of on the day-to-day as well. From here, you can also take part in one-on-one meetings with our professional development team, where in these meetings we can provide you with support based on kind of needs and maybe some day-to-day challenges that you could be facing. To really enable this high support environment that we do operate in and to create the greatest possible impact, we do have a really agile feedback culture. So people are not only kind of to embrace positive and constructive feedback, but also feel empowered to provide feedback to those around them as well. And while most firms maybe only have annual or biannual performance reviews, at AlphaSites you'll find continuous conversations about your performance, progress, and goals. And these core aspects of our culture are really how we ensure people reach success in these roles and then beyond as well. So to touch upon the mastering aspect, by interacting with sophisticated clients, senior experts, and really smart peers across the globe, you'll learn a lot about the global economy and pick up valuable skills, so such as client relationship management, professional communication, and so much more that you can see on the screen here. At each stage of your career journey, we really make sure to equip you with the best transferable skills for a career in the business world at AlphaSites and then beyond as well. And really, by developing these skills, you'll be able to take on a variety of different roles within or outside of AlphaSites, like I mentioned as well. And finally, at AlphaSites, we also believe in hiring and investing really in early career talent and giving you an ambitious career trajectory. So both within AlphaSites and it's really a launching point for your career. So this all starts with our early ID conferences and programs. And we typically host these programs in April every year and open to eligible sophomores. Our internship program is a 10-week internship program that's meant to give you exposure to the full-time associate experience. So all of our summer associates are actually embedded within our teams and have direct impact on our business throughout the course of the summer. So having that revenue generation, interacting with clients, and really doing all the full-time things of an associate just within kind of that shorter amount of time, and with training, of course, as well. And as a note, all of our interns are full-time offer eligible as well. From there, the associate program is where all those full-time client service team members begin, which is a 24 to 30 month program where your main responsibility is really going to be connecting our clients with these industry experts, as kind of Maddie walked through, kind of what the bread and butter of our business is. After the associate program, you'd be eligible for elevation to manager, where you'd actually own your own book of business and be responsible for a team of associates. So providing you with leadership responsibilities over 2 to 5 people really early on in your career. And from the manager track, after 3 years in that position, you'd be eligible for vice president, where you'd actually be entrusted with running your own multi-million-dollar book of business. So just kind of within professional services firms, the average age to begin managing others is around 33. And as you can see here, that's really an opportunity that would be available to you far earlier in your career at AlphaSites. So within the company, AlphaSites really has the intent of every associate truly being made to develop into future leaders of the organization, so such as its career path shown here. And we really do fill positions by promoting from within, and many of our senior leaders actually started out as associates themselves. Lots of transitions. So as I kind of previously mentioned, at AlphaSites, about 80% of our leaders actually started their careers here, and our employees become first-time managers around 5 years earlier than elsewhere. And this is really just because of that commitment to professional development, like we mentioned earlier. And really, our alumni thrive and succeed by going on to work in top graduate programs and at top-tier employers worldwide as well. And successful alumni have definitely gone on to enjoy careers at companies such as Google, Amazon, Express, and Facebook, things of that nature as well. So now that we've talked a little bit about AlphaSites and the programs we offer, I'm just going to kind of start talking about what our interview process looks like and kind of what you can expect from here. So to best prepare for the interview process, we really recommend visiting us on our blog, reaching out to alumni and social media, and really being prepared to speak to how you demonstrate our core values, your interest in the role, and how you believe it can help you achieve those goals. So our fully virtual interview process typically follows the format that's shown on the screen here. So first, submitting your application only takes 5 minutes to submit, and definitely no cover letter is required. Following this, you'll receive an invitation to complete a set of written, open-ended questions, so more kind of just getting to know you. Should you progress from here, you would be invited to a first round interview with a member of the recruitment team, which will be about a 20 to 30-minute phone call, just learning more about you. After this, if you were to progress, you would have a virtual project-based interview with a member of our client services team. And then from there, you would have one final round interview with a member of our senior leadership team, after which you would be eligible for offer as well. So just to quickly touch upon compensation and benefits, the average total first year compensation of our associate program is about $90,000. So with that annual base of $75,000, but then have variable compensation based on performance as well throughout your time, as you will have monthly goals to be working towards it and hitting. We also have 17 vacation days available, different types of insurance, as well as a 401k match. In terms of being in the office, we're in office Monday through Thursday, and then we have an optional work from home on Fridays, and then you actually also get 4 extra days per quarter that can be used to work from home as well. Along with this are subsidized lunch and snacks as well. As for our internship program, that 10-week program compensation is about $14,000 in total. All interns are full-time offer eligible at the end of their internship, and also have that opportunity to work from home on Fridays as well. But that is the end of our presentation, and would love if everybody could scan this QR code to just stay in our talent community and kind of be able to check in for being here today. I know we have a few minutes left, so happy if individuals have any questions that they want to be putting in the chat box. I know Maddie's been answering a good bit of them, but just want to make sure we're able to answer any specific ones if we can while everyone's here. And also, really, if you do have to hop out early, really appreciate everybody being here today, and has definitely, hopefully, been really helpful for you guys as well. Keon, I can get that link for you in 1 second and then put that in the chat box now. Perfect. So Ethan, one of the questions I see from you is in terms of kind of the second round interview and what you would experience in that. So essentially it'll be very similar to kind of what a day on the life of an associate is. You'll be given client briefs and then go out and use LinkedIn to be able to find individuals that you think would be best fit to kind of help answer questions of what our client is looking for. Should you get to that point, we have a lot of resources and materials that we'll be sending to you, so no need to worry about that just yet, but that's kind of a quick overview there. In terms of the whole interview process, from phone call to interview, from phone call interview to job offer, we say it's about 3 weeks total in terms of kind of start to finish there. In terms of allowing remote work, so unfortunately we are all in office Monday through Thursday, so no remote options are available, and then it's just that work from home on Friday. But we do really believe that being in the office, being with individuals can really, really help in terms of a lot of different ways as well. So one of the questions I see is just about how much time there is in kind of bridging the knowledge between a client and an expert. Typically, our turnover rate for projects is about 72 hours. So that is kind of the average rate, but it can vary definitely depending on clients. If individuals give a few days, give a few weeks, but that typical turnaround rate is pretty fast. So being really in that fast-paced environment is definitely crucial. And you might be managing 5 to 10 different projects at the same time, all in different stages kind of different processes as well. In terms of, I see one question about accepting applicants with different majors. So I think something that's really exciting about Alpha Sites is we really kind of value a lot of diverse thoughts. And so a lot of different individuals can be really successful in our position. So it's really not uncommon for one team to have a psychology, a business major, a political science major, and having different individuals who come from different backgrounds. And I think it's a great way to understand that a liberal arts background could be really helpful just as much as a business background can be as well.
Yeah, Abby, I don't know if you answered this question, but I'll jump in quickly on the strategy question. So someone asked about client relationships. Is there any strategy work involved? How do associates ultimately select the best experts? So in terms of strategy, we aren't like developing strategic solutions for our clients or giving them strategic recommendations as a traditional consultant would. We're actually just kind of like strategically sourcing or recruiting the individuals that have the knowledge our client needs and connecting them directly. So ultimately, our associates will go about finding those experts by liaising between our internal database and primarily LinkedIn in order to identify those best possible experts that are the most relevant in the field.
One question I'm seeing is if the internship is required or you can go straight into the associate program. So the internship is not required. You can definitely apply directly live into kind of just our website. And if you scan that QR code, link should be getting sent to you as well, but can definitely apply kind of right after school as well.
As for relocation assistance, we don't offer any physical relocation assistance for our internship or full-time program, but upon receipt of an offer with us, we do send out some resources about how to access housing in either area. So definitely you're free to use that as a resource when looking for housing.
Also, I've seen some questions or comments about individuals who have applied and waiting to hear back. So you should be hearing back from us after your application within about a week, kind of with those next steps or kind of outcome of that application.
Lindsay, regarding your question about challenges you might face in the internship, I would say probably the biggest learning curve with this role is just going to be the time management and project management aspect. So definitely I would say like you're going to become a really, really strong professional as a result of doing this 10-week internship because you're managing multiple projects at once, you're working alongside others to solve for the right experts and ultimately deliver on the tight timelines that we're working on for our clients. So although it's definitely, like, I would say, like challenging to meet those timelines and to deliver the experts that the client is looking for, I think it's a really, really sharp skill that you develop over the course of those 10 weeks and ultimately propels you really well into the business field after that. Really appreciate all of these questions in the chat, everyone. It looks like we're running up on time here, so I think we're going to wrap up, but please do scan this QR code. I'll leave it up for just another minute here before we hop off, and just make sure to join our talent community and stay in touch for more information. Also, if you're going through our interview process, you'll have opportunities to connect with your recruiting coordinator and a recruiter in the first round interview to ask any other questions that you might have about Alpha Sites. So do feel free to keep that in mind for your interview process. And thank you all so much for joining us here today. It was really nice to chat with all of you, and thanks for the engagement in the chat. Hope you all have a great rest of your day or your night.